There are good nights in the NBA, there are great nights, and there are epics. And we're witnessing one tonight. Jerebko kick out, Isaiah another three. Isaiah Thomas is unconscious, and the sellout crowd is anything but. Return to Isaiah, deep three, got it! 29 in the fourth quarter, 52 for the game. That's how you finish a year.
No doubt about that. And with Isaiah Thomas and Jimmy Butler recently hitting the 50-point mark, 8 different players have reached 50 on the season, tying an all-time NBA record. This is the 50-point club so far, with Klay Thompson hitting 60 earlier this year. And think of the superstars who have not reached 50 yet. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony. I like the 16-17 season's chances of setting the all-time mark for most different players with 50-plus. Rick Hamla, Steve Smith, and Isaiah Thomas, they obviously knew a lot about putting the ball in the hole back in the day. Why are we seeing so many 50-point games? Why is this the year that we're seeing all these 50-point explosions?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I don't know if we can get into them all, Isaiah.
Defense.
But defensively, and I think the first thing is hand checking. I think if I was guarding Isaiah today, and Isaiah came up the court and looked at me right here, and I couldn't do nothing but keep sliding and keep sliding and have to rely. You talking about, but now difference is, still couldn't stop him though, Rick. But if I can get here and kind of slow him down, and we get to doing this game, and you go over that screen, he go over that screen, and I can push and keep that hand on him. That's a little bit of difference, I think, in my opinion, Isaiah.
And that's a huge difference. I mean, that is the biggest difference in terms of being able to at least tactical touch, control the dribbler. Right now, you can't control the dribbler at all. So the dribbler is allowed to go anywhere he wants to go, and you can't touch him. And the ball handling skills have got better. So all the guys can really handle the basketball. And the rules definitely need to be changed a little bit to give the defender a chance to defend again. Because right now, you're looking at all these 50, 60-point games, and it's really coming against, very little resistance. How many of those players that we saw up there were double-teamed in the game? Everybody's coming off, and these guys are shooting wide-open shots.
And I'm sorry, Isaiah, and I think to your point, even off the dribbler, I mean, as a two-guard spot, if I couldn't touch and chase around screens, that would have been hard. Because I remember the day it was always taught, me and Isaiah both got to get through the screen. It can't just be Isaiah coming off. And coaches say, hey, y'all both got to get through the screen. So you got to lock up and be able to hold and grab and push each other to get through screens.
And from a competitive standpoint, it just makes you more competitive as an offensive player. It's like if I can get 50 and I'm being guarded tough and I got to figure out the defense and I got to read traps and I got to, take a bump here. Okay, I've got a real 50. But if I just get warm-up jump shots and you just get to see how well I'm shooting that night, I don't need, half the guys ain't even breaking a good sweat. Some of them getting, what? Klay got 60 on 9 dribbles?
And I'd also say, Isaiah, is some of these coaches, you got to also be on the hook too. Jimmy Butler had a fantastic game, but it's time to double-team him because he's shown today he's having one. Don't just let him beat me. And if you lose and he's kicking it to somebody else, you lose. But I have to go send a double.
And personal pride, right? How about some personal pride where you as a man, you as a basketball player, we on TV and guys are talking about getting 50 and 60 on you. And you lead a game and you only have 2 fouls and that guy got 50 on you, right? How about some personal pride where just, I'm not going to let you do this. And by the way, if you are doing it, can I ask for some help? My teammate, can you come help me? I mean, Dumars a lot of nights would be like, hey, I got Jordan right now, okay? And that third quarter would come and I hit, pss, 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 I need some help, right? So you got to come and help. Guys now, they're not even ashamed. There's no shame, there's no embarrassment. Like, we're on TV and somebody got 60 on you.
All right, so check it out. It's not just about the 50-plus point games this year. It's also about a record pace for triple-doubles. You remember last year, 75, one of the all-time triple-double seasons. And what are we, 2 months into the season? And we are over halfway to last year's triple-double count. So are these triple-doubles happening for the same reason with the rules and you can't hand check, or is there something different going on?
Definitely the rules and also the coaching schemes. And the big men, hey, where the camera at? The big men are soft. Y'all just straight up soft. The big men in the NBA today are soft, all right?
Give me a reason why.
I played with big men, Lambeer and Rodman. Little man coming to the lane trying to get a rebound, even their teammates. Get out of here. These are my 10 rebounds. You get 2. Anything that bounce out there, you can get. Shaq, them, they weren't letting no little guys come in the lane. What we see now.
They'd box out their own teammates, wouldn't they?
Yes.
The big guys right now, they giving up all the rebounds to the small guys. Now, why are they doing that, okay? Most of the big guys, when you look at the NBA now, there's one person in the lane. There's one big in the lane. My job is to block you out, to keep you off the glass, okay? Most coaches now, they don't send players to the offensive glass. They shoot, and everybody runs back.
So for good transition D, right?
You got 4 guys running back for transition D. You got 1 guy in the lane that the big is normally tangled up with, blocking out. And so all the guard has to do is come in, and you'll see a lot of the rebounds that these guards are getting. A lot of them just come in, the ball comes off, and there's nobody around them. We played the Portland Trail Blazers in the NBA Finals, and their theory, their offense was offensive rebounding. They would shoot, and they would go tap it in, and we couldn't keep them off the glass. You have teams right now, they don't go to the offensive glass. So that's why you have small guys coming into the paint, and the big guys are just straight up soft. Y'all letting the little guys take all y'all rebounds. Back in my day, little guys couldn't take the big guys' rebound. Y'all giving the little guys the rebound. Why y'all doing that?
Also, a reason I think also, Isaiah, the guy who has the basketball has it in his hand the entire game. When I played, if Joe got going, watch it, Joe could dribble the basketball as well. You had 4 or 5 guys that could run the pick and roll. There's 1, maybe 2 on a team that's able